We hardly said anything. It was just like, oh my God. Immigration. Dennis opens the door. The official comes in and says, ¿Qué pasó a la embajada? What happened at the embassy? Oh, I have an emergency temporary passport. Well, you have to get it stamped. Oh, Dennis, what should we do now? Bob is there. They already got him. They knew he went. So we go with the officials. We are sitting in the car. And from our hotel, the Intercontinental Hotel, we're going more towards the center of the city, and we're approaching an office building, and we get out and go upstairs, and we're in a room, we're waiting, but not 2 hours this time, and an official comes in, looks at my paperwork with the accompanying letter, and he says, no, you have to go to another office. It's a different office. Now we're just following, and we go to the other office, back into the car. The car now is going in a different direction. It is leaving the city. And as it leaves the city, the countryside becomes more rural. I see about a dozen chickens, and then in the distance, there are a group of kids playing soccer. We go a little further, I see 2 cows, and then there starts to be less animals, less buildings, but in the distance, we're turning into a low-level rise of white buildings. And we enter into this area, and as we get closer, I see 2 men standing by a door with rifles, and as we approach, and the door opens, the dogs are barking, and I don't like this, and I say, Bob, this is a jail, and I'm not staying here. They open the door, and I get out of the car, and now I'm really sure, and I say, no puedo quedarme aquí, I can't stay here. Estoy enferma, I'm sick. I need my medicine. And they're not doing anything. And I say, I'm getting in the car because no quiero morir. Soy diabética. I'm diabetic. I cannot stay here. I need my medicine. And I'm in the car, and I'm saying these things, and I'm repeating. And then someone gets in the car, and he revs up the engine, and he starts to go. And I am somewhat relieved. And as we're leaving this area, I say, oh, I left Bob, oh my God. And I say, I was so scared. It was more powerful than guilt. Oh, but I'm still scared. And he goes and he returns back to the Intercontinental Hotel where we are staying with the tour. I get out of the car. I go into the lobby. Dennis is in the lobby, and I say, medicine, I need my medicine. Medicina, the diabetic, please. And he goes into the elevator. He certainly understands something. Up to the room. The immigration official is with us. And Dennis brings a little white pill. Must have been a Tylenol. I take it, and the immigration official is there. And I sit on the bed, and we don't say anything for 5 minutes. And I calm down. I was back in time to join the tour for dinner. We all have dinner together. I'm given clean underwear by some other women, a new fresh shirt, and I feel, wow, the tour has begun. We go to sleep, a good night's sleep. Early, it's 6 a.m. Dennis goes to the door. Immigration. The senorita never got a stamp on her passport last night. She has to go to the airport. I don't think so. Dennis and I talk, and We do understand that's usually where you get the stamps on the airport. It didn't happen last night. Su esposo puede ir contigo. Your husband can go with you. Okay, that's a help. So Dennis and I get in the car, sitting in the back. We don't say a thing. We're headed to the airport. We go through the first entranceway of the airport, and then we continue further, and they say, she has to go alone. So I follow this guy. He says, sígame, follow me. And when you see that door over there that's open, you go through it. Okay, I follow what he says. I go out the door, and there I see my backpack. An immigration official comes over from this side. You are deported. You are going to Mexico on that plane. Now I really have no will and no ego. I just follow whatever they tell me to do. I get on the plane, and I have a mantra I developed. I'm not going to die. I speak Spanish. I'm going to Mexico. I'm not going to die. I speak Spanish. I'm going to Mexico. We were going to go to Mexico for R&R after Nicaragua. It's a short plane ride, 40 minutes. The plane lands, and over the loudspeaker comes an announcement. Señorita Puro, por favor, quédese en el avión. Stay on the plane. Stay on the plane. Stay on the plane. I start to see people leave. They're going out that door. I don't know what to believe, so when I think I see the last person, I'm not sure. I look around, and there is no one else on this plane with me. I'm staying on the plane. Out of a fairy tale, in the near distance, a tall, handsome, tanned man enters, and he's walking towards me. He's wearing a navy blue suit, white stripes on the collar, and white wings right there. And he comes over to me, and he says, Señorita Puro, lo siento mucho, I'm very sorry. We have made a mistake. Please stay on the plane, have breakfast with us. We are going back to Managua, and you will join your tour. Oh, I will join the tour. Oh, sí, señorita. Soy el gerente de Aeronica. I'm a manager of Aeronica Airlines here in Mexico. Oh, muchas gracias, señor. There I am, once in a lifetime experience, munching muffins and pastries and sipping orange juice with the staff of the plane. And we take off. Another 45 minutes, and we land in Managua. I sail through immigrations and customs, still not sure the saga is over. I feel relieved, but not totally. I see Dennis, and I'm very happy. And he says, you know, when I found out you were deported, I phoned Tornica, and I told them, if you do not bring Naomi back from Mexico today, I will speak to the reporters from the New York Times, the Washington Post, the LA Times, who are all staying at this same Intercontinental Hotel. And it would be wise for you to bring her back. She came here because she supported the Sandinista revolution and she wanted to witness the changes in the new Nicaragua. Did that help to bring me back? We'll never know for sure. Bob was deported to Miami because that's where the Canadian embassy was, and he was able to get the required visas that never came for him, just for his wife, and he returned later that day. It's helpful to recall that 1983 and 1984 were the years of the clandestine Iran-Contra affair, when our government secretly sold arms to Iran and then secretly funded the Contras to fight and overthrow the Sandinista revolution. We would not know what this was until some years later. I was young and impulsive. I disobeyed the immigration authorities by leaving my designated hotel and then seeking help from the American embassy. Were the Nicaraguan authorities angry at the American embassy for seemingly usurping their authority by giving me that temporary emergency passport? I don't know. I do know that my perseverance and white lie of a feigned diabetic attack kept me out of a foreign jail. I also experienced what it's like to be a tourist in Nicaragua with an expired passport. And fortunately, I got to join my tour for most of the trip and observe and sense some wonderful changes in the new Nicaragua.